Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. Tariq, hey. Hey. Look. Hey, look, sometimes you just need the emotional support of your mother after you cause her to regain her memory of her dead child, you know? Right?
Sometimes you need the support of your mother, Sometimes you need the support of your mother and she doesn't get to you, and then she continues to be a hysterical, like, mentally unhealthy person. The absolute clusterfuck that is Neon's life at this point is, like, from the beginning, right, we were already joking about, like, hey, people keep, like, taking it as this, like, entertaining thing, but this girl is actively trying to run away from home, like, all the time, like, in her Instagram lives.
Yeah.
And that's not really, like, a joke. Like, she keeps getting abducted by, like, family security guards, and, like, she's an 18-year-old adult. Like, she legally has, like, unless she's, again, like, in some Britney Spears-esque, like, guardianship,
Right.
You know, has the right to, like,
and we're all like,
leave.
oh, well, look, you know, she's just look, if she wants to find some love, you know, haha, you know, right?
Yeah, but it's like, but again, it's always had this, like, dark undertone of, like, yeah, but she's literally trying to run away from this family, and, like, her mom is, like, unhinged and, like, possessive, and her dad is clearly has been up to some sus shit by being part of the DGP, you know, once he showed up, and then it's just gotten exponentially darker over the last, like, 2 episodes. Like, the absolute depths to which Neon's life is a nightmare is astounding to me. In terms of, like, character arc for Geats. Like, this is way darker than I thought it would go for her.
Right, yeah, no, right? And what's, like, the fact that we're realizing so many stuff about her life, like, all of her actions, like, oh, yeah, no, it makes so much way more sense, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like about how she wants to find genuine love. It's like, oh yeah, I guess it turns out if you're a artificial being, you know, created by a goddess of creation, you know, you might not know what love is.
Created by a goddess of creation, by your quote unquote father to be the most, like, the ideal daughter. I could get my original daughter back. That they do address in this episode. He did have that option. He just went, or I could just get the ideal one. You know, I like daughters that don't get kidnapped.
Jeez, yeah. You know.
Like, what the fuck? Like, what a fucking insane person, like, thing to do.
Hey,
like,
Tariq, it's Kamen Rider Geats, episode 30, the nation's VI, the prince in the leather, you know, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oof, boy.
Hey, look. Ace wins his round, you know. Good for him.
Yeah, cool. Yay, Ace won. Cool.
Hey, look, that's the focus point of the episode. Ace
victory. Ace won. Wow.
You know?
He was able to be cool and he won.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks to his bond with Dean, you know, and the laser boost drive riser where the fuck we're and everything, you know, he overcome his trial and everything, you know.
Yeah, he's overcome his emotional journey. Anyway, Neon's life is falling apart and everything that she knew is a lie. She's literally this is the most honest description of an existential crisis. Just Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Just I mean, so she starts off by just going and, like, testing to see if it's true by making her mom touch the ID core.
This provides way more undertones within the show about her father and everything, right? Like, he even rewrote his own wives. Remember, like I thought.
Well, yeah, because
I thought it was
because
like,
we were like
been him and his wife thing, like, oh yeah, only they knew the truth about their.
Well, no, but we knew that
he also rewrote his actual.
No, well, we knew that he had done that because there's a scene earlier from, like, last round or whatever, last season, as we've been joking about it, when it was the whatever, like, Divergence or whatever arc.
Yeah, Divergence. Yeah.
Where he showed her, like, hey, this is where I've been taking our daughter, and like this is why you need to calm the fuck down. And she's like, what the fuck? Why would you put our daughter in this like death game? And it seemed more like she was like surprised by, like, he was revealing the skeletons in his proverbial closet, like going, oh, okay,
right.
Then maybe he, like, she isn't in on it, and she's just been kept in the dark, and she's just like, you know, she's just as clueless about this as he is, but as Neon was, but now she's doing all this stuff to fucking, like,
right, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just in exchange we get to see Neon's dad like slobber and cry.
His foundation is cracking, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Look, everything's been building up, and look. It turns out he didn't have a solid foundation, you know. Right. Look, he did it. Look, he didn't put he didn't put enough concrete and everything when he was building this and everything, you know.
Look, it's fine. He made his choices and decided to live with it. A fucking nightmare of a person.
Yeah.
Like, just decided, nope, don't. I could get my daughter back, or I could just, I'll make a new one.
Look.
And again, even Kyun, right, didn't know this.
Right.
He's saying all this to Kyun, and so this goes back to the supporters of the DGP contestants don't even know what the fuck they're supporting at this point. And everything is breaking down. Like, for this, like, the sponsor is being, like, bold-faced with it. The DGP at this point has been pretty bold-faced with it. Sumeri asked Chirami if he knew about it. He apparently knew about it. Like, the amount of things that are hidden, but they are just so willing to just let people know because I guess they just feel like they can just rewrite the world if they want to make it.
Only those who needs to know, you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But good thing Neon always has her
go bag.
Her pre-pack.
Her go bag, yeah.
Like,
in case she needs to get out. She actually you can't call her running away if she never had a real home to begin with.
You know, right? Look, you don't need Ben and John here, you know, anymore. You know,
she's not running away. She's running to freedom.
Yeah, right. You can call up their servers. They could go back to America and everything now. You know?
They can go back to doing, I guess, joining the DGP themselves, like they did that one time.
Yeah. Right. Hey, boy.
Hey, here's a question.
Do you think Papa Karma hired them from the previous DGP and everything?
I was gonna joke. Do you think that they were in? I was gonna say, do you think they were in the DGP that was held in America? Because they say that they do it from different time periods and different like locations, so they don't always pick Japan in 2023.
Right, just a coincidence, you know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You think that's why he hired? You think it was a sponsor like in the what is it? So what? Was it Neon? Not Neon. Akari died in. So wait, hold on.
11 years ago, she'd have been 2012. It should have been 2012, yeah.
Right, yeah. So you think you think in between 2012 and 2013, that's when he found Ben and John when he was being a fourth sponsor of the DGP. He's like, oh man, hey, these two guys, I like their spunk, you know. I'll hire them, you know.
Right? I mean, presumably, right? Because Ben and John aren't that fucking old themselves, really, looking at them.
And that's it. Do you think that's why he found Ben and John? Right,
I don't know, maybe.
DGP, from their escapade in the DGP, in their DGP, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of finding people, Ace just wanders into Kyun's room and decides to fucking, tell him that he's being a shitty,
boy, once again, look, everyone has access, you know, to each other's thing.
Do you think it's actually just because he has the Raise Riser now?
So is that just, why? I think the Raise is what allows you to travel across the.
I mean, maybe. I mean, the Vision Driver we learned gives you access to fucking past memories that you've seen.
I'm not sure why that's a feature. You would think you would delete all previous recordings when you pass on to a new user. That's why.
Well, it's government property. You can't. It's like you can't. It's company property. You can't delete the programs that are on there because they need to use it for the next person.
Boy, but hey, look. That's why I always make sure that I never leave.
That's why you turn off the. That's why you put the Post-it note on top of your work camera so that when you're at home, so that they can't see you.
Oh yeah. Right.
Or you lock it in the suitcase so that they can't see you and they can't hear you.
Right. Yeah. But hey, look. It's like, hey, do your job as a sponsor,
be more supportive, supporter.
Right. Look, my sponsor was willing to die for me. Well, what are you?
My sponsor was willing to give me a gun. What are you willing to give? Apparently, it's a letter. I mean, it's really funny because to me, we've joked about Kyun being like this time traveler's wife situation, and clearly he has mixed feelings about Neon, and it's not clear if it's strictly if it's anything actually romantic, but it's he's, I guess, trying to be a nice guy in both the actual sense of being a nice person and in the internet sense of r/nice guys, right? That's his biggest issue. But I think that when Kosei, Neon's dad, says hey, go on, pamper her all you want. My whole plan was to get her to marry somebody from the future so that I could establish better business relations for my company. Come on, do what I want. You can have her if you want her. Is when he goes, yeah, maybe I'm not about that life, and maybe I don't want to just be I guess, in the wrong sense, idolizing this girl and treating her like an object that I have to keep at a distance or be mean to or something. Which is good character growth, I guess, again, for one of these future supporters. One of these people from the future. But Kyun has to because he's so weird, he has to write it down like it's a fucking letter from his lawyer and read it out, because that's the only way that he knows how to not talk like an asshole to her
without being condescending or
Yeah. Meanwhile, Neon gets her fucking ass beat to shit. There's some really interesting shots in this, from Neon's POV, camera shots. We get to see the inside of the helmet, which you don't always see in Kamen Rider, which I appreciate.
I mean, we also saw them earlier in this season as well, when they were doing stat stuff,
When they were with what?
I think we saw it during the zombie games with one of them as well, when they were hey, zombie status. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Man, William should really watch Geats.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
if William was here, he could tell us, right? Hey, look, Buffa tries to enter, but hey, it turns out he did not register on time. He can't make it in. Hey, look, there's a
you're late for registration. Yeah, sorry. He wasn't late for registration. He just didn't want to show up. His only opponent was fucking. Has been Ace the whole time.
Right.
But yeah, Neon gets choked out by the cool plant sword.
Yeah, right.
But luckily, Ace
Buffa brings up a good point. None of this would have been a situation of none of this would have happened if the DGP didn't exist. And everything.
I mean, it's interesting because now I kind of feel there's an extent that I feel Ace and Michinaga are kind of working towards the same goal. It's just that Michinaga's being way more just brute force about it, and Ace is trying to subvert the DGP from inside and break it down and find out everything he can. Because you know, especially with the revelation that we get at the end about who Ace's mom is, it's not like Ace likes this situation. He's not happy with getting reincarnated over and over again.
Ace doesn't trust the DGP either, you know. Like he knows that the DGP is bad. Like, yeah, he wants to destroy from the inside and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
So he's just like, oh, wow, okay. So there's an extent that I feel like Ace, depending on how this arc goes, Ace might just wind up allying himself with Ozma and pulling another, like, one of his Fox tricks and, like, going, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm siding with them right now, and I'm gonna, now I have...
Mirada gives me better coverage, you know?
Yeah, right? or if he's like, hey, Niram, let me borrow the Vision Driver so that it'll make me stronger to fight, Ozma. Oh, wait, I beat Ozma with the Vision Driver? I have both Vision Drivers? Oh, whoa, what do I do now? You know, he's definitely working on his own fucking Machiavellian shit or whatever. But yeah, meanwhile, there's a public execution happening of Nago.
Yeah. But I don't think it's. I mean, it's not really public if it's still only being seen by like select viewers, you know.
I mean, it's public in the sense that there are viewers and there's a bunch of. I mean, something can happen in the public and nobody can be watching it. Like if a 19-year-old Japanese girl is murdered in the park and nobody tunes into the live stream, did it happen publicly? Yes. Just nobody decided to watch it.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here.
Right. Kay was still in jail, by the way, you know. Look.
Oh yeah, Kay was still in bad boy jail.
Yeah, you know, like he's like,
and Daichi is still out there fucking like antagonizing him and trying to be an asshole fucking.
You know, like he's doing his thing, you know. I don't know what his thing is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Oh yeah, Neon's getting her ass kicked and everything. She's about to straight up get murdered by the not Dino-Miscus. That's a completely different.
That's. I mean, it's similar. It's another like prehistoric fish thing.
We talked about it last episode too when we found out the name of this thing.
Yeah, Diddly Dong or something is what I called it.
Dunkleio.
Yeah, Dunkosaurus Rex. Right.
I'm just gonna post the name and then we'll figure out.
No, I remember. It was Dunkosaurus Rex.
Yeah,
Dunkosaurus.
Yeah, you know, right? Yeah, but don't worry. But don't accuse her supporter is here, you know.
Yeah,
right?
to read his prepared statement from his lawyer.
Look, he put his thoughts and feelings into this, you know, right?
Yeah.
Look, he learned, he knows what to say and everything, you know. And I really appreciate that the Dunkosaurus is taking this time, allowing them to have this moment, you know, right?
Well, to be fair, he made a cage out of his laser riser shots, because apparently one of the other things it can do is make barriers. With the fucking the laser shots can make a wall.
Each laser can do their own like special unique things, you know, right?
I mean, apparently it can turn you into a fucking animal. Like, again, it's not clear if there's a human form, an animal form, and just a big form for all of them, or if because both Kyun and Kekara turn into animals.
Yeah.
But Baraba and Jean are both like
humanoid
humans, but Barabas is real fucking big for no reason. But they didn't like go all like Pacific Rim on her ass when they were fighting against her, which would have made the most sense. So it's like, pick your class. Do you want to be an animal, a person, or a fucking goddamn kaiju? And the answer should obviously always be kaiju. But for some reason they chose, I want to be animals that look like they were made with the CGI from the.
Oh, what do you mean? I could be
from the Power Rangers movie. Yeah,
what do you mean? I could be the coolest thing ever, a griffin. You know, those things. Look, the history books told me how cool they were. Why? There's other history books of kaijus, you know, right? I can't.
I mean, if there's history books of Japan back this time, there's history of kaijus.
Right. But yeah, look. Hey, I'm really glad Ace is no longer jet lagged by everything, and he just in Neon's moment of her, we have to have cool shot of Ace as well. You know,
well, Ace has to be there protecting her.
Ace, but I'm like, boy, hey, you're really taking apart about how we should pretty just be focusing on Neon in this battle. You know,
it's really a moment where it feels like, and it's a moment that feels like we didn't know how to, we still don't quite know how to, like, properly characterize female Kamen Riders.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this, I will say, so far, just in Reiwa, Neon has some of the most developed backstory, like, character of any
boy, look, we've been
female
talking
character,
about this, right?
Female character or female Kamen Rider.
It's not hard when you start at zero, you know.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying of Reiwa, she's the most developed.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, with the most recent revelations about her past and like what she's gone through, she might be, unfortunate as it may be to say it, the most developed female character in Kamen Rider. Like, just, she's been around the longest at this point, and she's had the most shit, like, to go through and, like, find out about herself.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And, like, had a character arc of, like, improving. Mm-hmm. You know, she isn't strictly a sidekick.
Yeah.
And she isn't, like, and she's able to, because she is an actual Kamen Rider, she's able to have, like, moments of, like, strength and action and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And her whole, basically, arc has been trying to find agency in her life.
Right.
And figuring out, like, what, like, how to, like, live. And she's just gone through all this fucking shit, right? They put this character through a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like struggle makes a good character, but they've actually done a decent job with the character.
Yeah,
but they
right?
haven't given
she's actually, boy, fleshed out. It's not it's the right term.
I mean, she's well, filled out. It wouldn't be better.
Yeah, you know. But
I'm just saying. No, she's a well fleshed out character.
Yeah.
The problem that I'm seeing is, and this is what I was getting to with like Ace and his like kick ass moments, is they know they've finally figured out somehow how to make a well-rounded female character in Neon.
Mm-hmm.
But they still haven't found a way to, like, show respect for the character, for the Kamen Rider Nago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Nago has not had as much development as Neon has had, right? And I get that because Ace/Geats is the titular Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
he's going to get all the power-ups
so
first.
Has to have his stupid cool moments.
Yeah, he's going to get the power-ups, he's going to get all this other stuff. But rather than her getting the boost buckle and, like, getting this random spear from Kyun...
Yeah, boy, hey, look, we find out what her stupid combination using the laser riser is. She gets a spear!
It turns the guitar into a spear, I guess. But, like, if they had made it more of, like... I mean, I'm not saying that she needs to use the command buckle at this point.
Mm-hmm, right.
They didn't
or
give her...
that she needs to get a new form or
right.
anything, you know.
But what... it's just... They didn't really give her the full power-up treatment. Like, again, I would say, like, compared to Sakura from last season,
mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Sakura kept getting new weapons, and we kept going, like, is she actually going to get a super form? And then she does get a super form eventually, at, like, the end. And that's one thing. But, like, they don't... It's like they're afraid to, like, make the female Kamen Rider... Like, give the female Kamen Riders, like, cool, like, upgrade forms. Or do,
mm-hmm.
like, have the same level of customization with them as the male Kamen Riders.
Right.
And that's still, like, a point of contention for me of just, like, just fucking do it, guys. Like, get off the shitter. Like, just do it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But hey, she spears the Dunkleosaur right in the tummy.
She defeats his summoned creature, right?
Yeah.
And everything, and
by digifusing with Kyun, she's able to ride right through it. But yeah, hey, everything turns out okay. Geats apparently has Jean's ability of gravity control, I guess, with the laser boost form.
grants, right?
Yeah. And then we get to see the best scene of the entire episode. Archimedes desperately crying over the death of his sad boy Dunkleosaur.
Look, he raised him,
splashing
right?
water on him.
Right? He raised him since he was a small little sprout.
He raised him since he dug him out of the ground.
Right? And then it turns out the only look. It turns out you just need blood. That's what they really need,
I mean, is it blood?
He's saying,
or does he cut? I'm pretty sure he's about to cut off his entire hand.
Oh boy, I thought he was gonna give like a little drop.
No,
of blood,
he pulls out one of those like hand saws that like. From when I worked landscaping, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh no, don't do that.
Oh.
No. That's like, this is again, it's Kamen Rider. This is supposed to be, kids show? Question mark?
For the Japanese youth, it's fine.
Right. Maybe don't show a scene. As much as this is supposed to be like a bad guy that's crazy, and. To be fair, they didn't show it.
Show him doing it. It's fine.
Yeah,
right?
But it's still very. If he comes back next episode with a stump, you know exactly what the fuck he did, because the A to C there is still A. He's looking at his his hand and his wrist with a fucking serrated handsaw in his in his other hand, saying, "I'm gonna make you some special fertilizer." If the next point that we see him, we might not have seen B, where he saws through his hand, but we're definitely at C, where he sawed through his hand. That's gonna be what happened. He's either gonna cut off his entire hand, or he's gonna cut off a finger. He's definitely looking at his body parts of, which ones can I sell to make a stronger Jamato?
Can we also think about how Daichi just throws the keys on the ground for Kayla to pick up? He doesn't hey, by the way, Neon wins her match, right?
Whatever.
And Neon wins her match against the and everything, right? And
I also don't like. Well, no, I don't. They call it a tie because I guess the Dunkleosaur fucking Jamato is wounded too much to fight anymore. And
but
technically,
Neon
so
passes
is
out
Neon
as well. Is this a fucking Joey versus Merrick situation? Oh boy, hey, whoever stands up first wins the battle. Right?
It really does feel like that, where it's they. And again, this is me talking about what they do for the character Neon and what they do for the Kamen Rider Nago is they still couldn't give Nago the win. The outright deliberate win. I understand they're trying to let this Lamentation arc carry on for a little bit longer, but they because Kawa lost his and then Ace won his, and then Baraba is just I guess it's a tie, whatever. It's I'm pretty sure that Neon killed that guy. If one person falls down and another person has their entire guts removed, I'm gonna be honest, I think the other person that fell down won.
Right, we see, what is it, what's his name, the Dunkosaurus falls down first,
Yeah.
Right?
Neon falls down first. Neon falls down first, and then the Dunkosaur fucking, collapses into splash, stuff, into water. But, and because Kyun is helping, holding her up, but that's not a tie. Again, it's one person specifically got a whole their a whole chunk of their torso ripped out, and another person is breathing, and able to be helped by others. That's not a tie. The only reason it works to call it a tie is because the fundamental premise of the JGP is that they're not being fair. Anything goes. Fuck it. Like, we make the rules. Baraba, like, to be fair, Daichi's the one that says, I guess we'll call it a tie. Baraba's just like, fuck it, I'm leaving. Like, they don't have to call it a tie. They could just say, fine, whatever, you won this round, but you don't get to... That doesn't mean that we're done playing rounds.
We'll get you next time, you meddling kids, right?
You meddling kids, exactly, yeah.
I just like how fucking Daichi just fucking throws the keys off for Kim. I was like, I'm like, hey, look.
Yeah, scramble for him, bitch.
Look, I was told to give you the keys, right? And I never said I had to hand you the keys, right? Look, you better...
I'm just gonna look something up, actually. You keep talking. I want to look up... I'm just gonna look up... Do raccoons eat sparrows?
Oh boy, you think they're trying to set up a Daichi versus K-Wall?
Look, I just want to know if that's an established thing that can happen. Oh yeah, raccoons will eat birds. Raccoons will eat birds.
I think raccoons will pretty much eat anything,
Yeah, they're omnivores.
Right, but no, I just think it's funny how how Daichi just throws the keys on the ground for Kale. They're like,
hey, hold on. Okay. Yes, raccoons eat birds. Though it is difficult for a raccoon to reach out for the bird and catch them, they usually attack them at night and make the most of it. That is when birds least expect them to creep up behind them. This is from Pest Control Weekly.
Okay,
hey, watch where... Hey, sleep with one eye open, you stupid bitch, Daichi. You're gonna get your fucking ass eat.
Oh no, the best part is Kale doesn't even realize the key falls, is thrown on the ground. Right? He's too busy watching the results, like, oh man, good job, Neon. Oh, wait.
Yeah, good job. Hey anyway,
Daichi,
I should get out of here.
Now. Why are you leaving? Wait, hold on, where are the keys? You have to unlock this. I can't be here. Oh wait. Oh, I realized.
I mean, he makes it out. He makes it out by himself.
He makes it out. Actually, I just think it's funny. I think it's a great character. A little bit, where he just throws the kids like, damn. We gotta tie asterisk. To
be fair, I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be funnier if. Again, I really do just want the best for Kawa. I really need him to like.
Some W's,
I'm with Kekiro, where I'm just like, come on, man, just please, we keep giving you stuff. I just want you to like, just please step up, please.
I gave you the command twit buckle for a reason, You can stop using it. You can stop using the ninja buckle. I know.
Please, I'd really like you to just. Please, God, please, for the love of God, do something else. But, like, if Daichi had opened up the jail cell, like, instead of throwing the keys, he actually went, alright, I guess I'll let you out, and he puts the key in and, like, opens it up, and then Kawa just, like, sucker punches the shit out of him and goes, fucking bitch.
Oh, that was great.
That's what you get, nerd, and then just hits him in the face. Like, if even Kawa's, like, in the hierarchy of, like, who can bully who, like, Kawa clearly can't bully anyone else, but maybe he could get away with bullying Daichi. Like, if he just feels real bold about shit, like, and decides to go, that's what you get for fucking, like, making me look like I was the imposter, bitch. Like...
Right? Look, I said I wasn't the imposter, and you still voted me out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, it's great.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then, I think we should also talk the part where Neon resolves with Akari's spirit. I think that was.
I think
that was supposed to be the meaning behind that scene. I was like,
yeah, it's that Akari's spirit gives her the
blessing. Like,
yeah, it's okay.
Carry on,
wayward daughter.
I feel like there's a person we have to talk about, right? Right? And like the fact that he has accepting, I was like, hey, look, it's a bit like, I don't know. I think this is less than 12 hours? I'm being generous with this. I feel like
presumably, it's been about no, because we have a nighttime scene.
It's a new day, because Ace said, hey, look, you get 1 day's rest before round 3.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Within the day, right? Right, that Neon already reached was resolved and everything's like, hey, don't worry, spirit of little girl. who got kidnapped and presumably murdered.
I was made to be your replacement.
Mm-hmm. I'll carry on for the both of us, you know.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's weird, but it's not... I'd say it's weirder if they actually tried to make it a literal thing that happened and not a metaphorical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I just think this happens a lot quicker than I was like, I would have liked it if they just kept this with Neon throughout the rest of the show to the end where she finally accepts it, you know, right?
Yeah, but I think that in order for her to get through, and I'm not saying like that the Akari character, the ghost of her or whatever, the Akari spirit character can't come back and give her some like moral support later on.
Right.
But I think that in order for just this arc happening in these 2 episodes about Neon, like, to find its conclusion, there had to be that level of resolution. Otherwise, we'd have been left like, so is she ever gonna like talk about this or like address it? Like, if they never address it again, I won't say I'll be satisfied, but I'll at least be able to understand it. If they talk about it more, I might have a better like satisfaction with it. But I think she needed to have that kind of like moment, and the fact that they didn't waste time with having like a drawn out sequence for it. It was just, hey, wordlessly, like, express like acceptance and like moving on, and like that you've gone through some stuff, but like you're acknowledging what you've gone through. You know, hey, I can appreciate that you actually like addressed it,
right?
So it's not as I don't think it's... I understand what you're saying about it could have been, like, used later on, but I think that something to that effect had to be used now, and if we get something later on that expounds on it, that's fine, too.
Right. Yeah. I just think it happens real quickly that this whole thing happens.
She's had a lot of time to process this, though. 12 hours, and also, to be fair, she got her absolute teeth kicked in, like, over and over again. She went through a lot of pain, both literally, physically, and emotionally, in the last, like, day.
24 hours, right?
Yeah. It's been a bad day.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, because she left home, and this time, nobody chased after her.
Yeah, no Ben and John this time, you know?
Yeah, she walked away, and then just, like, she's living at the DGP now, right? So she just takes her stuff and just walks off. She knows, her mom knows, her dad knows, all this shit is, like, everybody's, like,
everybody knows about it now, you know?
I'm just saying, this is similar to when the wool was pulled off at the end of, like, with Girori, and him, like, going, no, I'm just being, like, full frontal, like, I fucking hate Geats, and he's ruining my game. Like, he's too meta. Like, I need to, he's like, I need to emergency ban this fucker. Like, emergency ban list. Like, absolutely not. Right? It's similar to that, where the entire fundamental status of this character has changed.
Right.
Like, all of these things have been revealed. There's no going back to, like, from this.
Yeah.
You have to address it. Like, things have to change for them. So that's where she's at.
Yeah.
The real thing, though, that I want to get to about is the other fundamental status that changes.
Right. Yeah. The big revelation at the end of the episode, you know?
Yeah, which is, hey, why don't you touch this Vision Driver, Michinaga?
Yeah.
It turns out... You might find out some cool stuff.
It turns out, that the eye is not there for a thematic reason. It's there for a literal recording. It is always watching you. It is we didn't do all these stupid little eye puns and names with this driver just to be cute, you know? Like, oh man.
No, we're actually always watching you.
Yeah, no. We're actually gonna watch you forever, you know? Like, this is the eye of God watching forever, you know? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you can see, so just to break it down again, right? Alright, so Beruba gives, like, puts the Vision Driver on on Ozma to be like, hey, why don't you see what the truth is of the Vision Driver?
Mm-hmm.
You know, find out the truth about Ace.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
So there are, there are 7 DGP people.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, but you can see clearly like the 2 that have the Vision Driver.
Yeah.
There's 2 different like Vision Driver people, but there's 7 people that have the Game Master mask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the new and improved. Good thing back then they decided not to use Nazi masks back then, right?
Man, where's I want to re-look at the Garori mask now. Because it's so funny how that's been retconned so quickly.
Yeah.
Because I really expected them to not, like, address it and try to play it off more, but now they're, like, trying to just retcon it and be like, no, it was always this mask.
Yeah,
he
like,
never...
No,
it definitely wasn't.
Don't come after us.
Definitely wasn't.
Whatever... Boy, hold on, let's scream. What was it? It was Pans...
it was Hellboy, wasn't it? Wasn't it Hellboy from Guillermo del Toro?
Don't come after us, Mirada Studios, right?
Yeah, it literally says original mask was from Karl Ruprecht Kronen's mask from the 2004 film Hellboy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Man. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, also, hold on. I'm just looking at this. So, this is on the wiki. In the broadcast... So, the broadcast version, right, is when he's seen with that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what apparently everyone found out about it.
Right, I know. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't expect that to be an issue, but, I mean, if that's an issue, whatever. And I was surprised by... I'm still surprised by that reaction. To avoid potential infringement, according to Wikipedia... Online releases of the episode would feature the shot of the mask replaced by the lower half of the Game Master's body instead. Mm-hmm. While future episodes featured a new mask with a design original to the series. So, they're just retconning the shit out of it. Like we never made that mistake. Absolutely not. We never. No, it's different. It's a different.
Yeah, no, they're really ignoring it.
Oh shit! Hold on. You'll also notice if you pay attention. Not all of them have the same color mask.
That too. The leader, right, has a completely different mask. Boy, this was like the fucking mask.
No. The leader has a different mask, but also, okay, so there's one person has a Vision Driver with a blue chin strap mask, and then I can't see all of their masks, but the other one has red, and presumably there's different colors for each of the.
About for the other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I see that now.
There's the leader has a Vision Driver, and he has his own very different stylized mask. Mm-hmm. But then there's a blue.
Yeah, I see that.
Game Master mask.
Mm-hmm.
That also has the Vision Driver.
Yeah. Yeah. And he has a blue under. He has a blue chin. Yeah.
And I can't tell if, because based off there's so much going on with the framework here that I can't tell who does and doesn't have a belt. But presumably, because we have that one shot around like the 22:35 mark.
Yeah.
Where all 7 of them are showing. Mm-hmm. And the one with the blue chin has the Vision Driver. Mm-hmm. The leader in his red cloak has the Vision Driver. The other 5 do not seem to have belts. Mm-hmm. So, maybe, like, either, like, I'm wondering who's supposed to be, like, if one of these people is supposed to be Chirami, mm-hmm. or if there's, like, what the hierarchy is here.
Right.
Like, mm-hmm. Clearly he's... Like, one person is the leader, and then the other person is assistant regional leader.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, and then they...
like I said, we don't know how early this point in time is, right?
Yeah.
Right? This could have been, like, this could have been last week for all we know.
I mean... The problem is, everything is really relative with this show because time is constantly being rewritten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, is it a week ago for them, or is it eons ago for them?
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like it's like they just like. I guess the fundamental issue is, even if they're rewriting the world and stuff, there has to be some kind of central world that they protect themselves with. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that they protect themselves with, or that they came from, where they found her as having these like creation powers, and then turned her into the goddess of creation.
Yeah. Also, Halo, the guys is Ace's mom, by the way. Yeah, that's the big revelation.
Yeah, well, big twist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look. Look. At some point, after you retire from being a navigator, right? Instead of being protected, hey, you want to be the new creation? You want to be this inanimate object instead for the rest of your life? That's not a question, by the way. We are just gonna do it.
Yeah. Talk about objectifying.
I'll say, hey, look, here's the meme of the week, by the way.
Oh boy.
Hey. Look, my favorite thing to do now is just to take screenshots and put fake quotes in it.
Oh boy. Fuck. That's not a fake quote, right?
No, it is a real quote. Just a quote from. My favorite thing is just to take quotes from other movies out.
I know. I'm trying to remember what the fucking quote is from, though.
Boy, yeah. Look, this quote is very familiar to a lot.
Well, because the problem is now that I'm looking at it, it also just works too well. So now my mind is like actively replacing what actually is said with that. And god damn it, you're gaslighting me with a meme. Fuck.
Are you gonna put this quote into Google to find out?
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. It's do with the gift of life is fucking. Oh, god damn it, wait, no, oh, yep, never mind, okay, yep, alright, yep, okay. I'm not gonna validate that with saying what it was.
Yeah. Look, hey, sometimes sometimes we find the most powerful quote from the most unlikely sources, Hey,
right? Look, we talked about in the last, we talked about it in another recording today, about the power of Muse. That's all I'll say.
Yep. I was trying to work this in when we were doing it. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna wait. I'll just wait till this recording and then I'll post this.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, all right. Anything else you want to say about this week's episode?
No.
All right. And look, I'm really glad they're doing stuff with Neon's character. I hope they just, after this, they don't just forget about her for the rest of this, and they'd be like, we gave her her moment. I don't know what else you want us to do now.
We've done everything that we could possibly do. Right? I don't know what else did you guys want.
This is the best our writing team of 5 guys could come up with, right?
Yeah.
We asked
traumatizing a 19-year-old girl.
This, and she said it was good, and then we went with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we got her approval, Right, yeah. I'm really glad they do give resolution to Neon's character, and that there's a growth for her, and I just hope they just don't forget about it now. They just like, all right, there you go. We're done. We fill up our checkbox, and everything, and that's it.
We've met the quota for Women's History Month.
Right. All right, that's it. That's this week's episode. Coronavirus is no thing. Watch us wear mask, shots. Boosters are a thing now. Okay, thanks, bye.